I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video we're going to talk about the SWALE or the SWALE. I don't know how it's pronounced, but it is the new camouflage that you can get for the 53 TP. Now of course with the new battle pass, well, you no longer get tanks, unfortunately. Instead, you do get legendary camouflages. Now, this is the second time that this is, or the second month, and it is now the 53 TP. But is it worth it? Is it worth it? Now, I used to always say that the battle pass is always worth it because not only do you get a tank, but you also get everything with it. And because of the price of it, it's worth it without the tank. So I can't really go back on my word and say, no, the battle pass is not worth buying now because you don't get a tank. However, you do get a nice legendary camouflage. So I think this is the way forward, at least for the foreseeable future. Maybe one day Wargaming will start to bring tanks back in the battle pass. Maybe they run out of ideas, who knows. But you do still get the first tank. Where is it? Here we go. No, where is the frickin'... There it is. So you still get the first tank, which is the tier 4 tank at least, if you don't have them. But yeah, level 30, I believe it is, you have started to get the camouflage. Level 35 there. And of course, if you do manage to complete the battle pass, which I haven't managed to do for a very long time. Obviously, I don't play as much as I used to. But if you do manage to complete the battle pass, there are a lot of rewards. I mean, even level 59, look, you can get 25% discount off a tier 10 tech tree tank. You get a bit of gold, you get the tier 9 there, you get a little bit more gold, a tier 8. So all these, if you play enough, is definitely worth it without the tank or the camouflage. And of course, if you do manage to get all the way to the end, you can then start opening operation containers, which of course, as we know, contains the AE phase 1. So very unlikely that you're going to get a phase 1, but I've seen some about, so it is possible. But yeah, it's all that for a few pounds, you know. Yes, I know the price has gone up, but in my opinion, it is still worth it. Even if you don't manage to complete it fully. But of course, ideally, you do want to complete the battle pass fully to be able to maximize your reward. So we're going to talk about the 53 TP, of course, with the new camouflage. We haven't talked about the tank for a while, and in fact, it is a brilliant tier 8 Polish tank. It is a heavy. You've got a tier 9 gun there. The armor is quite good. The turret armor is quite good, and you can get some bounces. Obviously, you can't rely on the armor too much. But yeah, overall, it is a fantastic tank. So, as I've said, 220 millimeters on your turret, 140 on your hull. Now, the DPM is a bit on the lower side. Well, actually, for a tier 8, it's kind of average for a tier 8 heavy tank at 1,969. That is a 12.8 second reload. Penetration is 225 on your AP, 265 on your APCR, and 61 on your HE. You've got a 420 alpha gun on that AP, 360 on your APCR, 550 on your HE, 3.4 seconds aim time with a gun dispersion of 0.362. So overall, kind of average. It's nice to have the 420 alpha instead of the 400, and on top of that, you do have the tungsten shells as well, so you could do a little bit more damage. And if you have 550 alpha in your HE, if you do manage to get a shot off with that tungsten shells, you can do over 600. So you've got 8 degrees of gun depression. Excuse me. You've got 8 degrees of gun depression with a top speed of 40 kilometers per hour, but the average speed is only 28. But yeah, overall, it's always been a fantastic tank. Since the tank was released, it's always been like a brilliant tank. One of the best tier 8 heavy tanks, in my opinion. But yeah, you need to put it in that kind of situation. If you are in the open, then yeah, you can get penetrated. Obviously, the upper plate is fairly strong, not the best, but if people, even the bottom tier, switch to APCR or heat, then they will be able to penetrate that upper plate and the lower plate. So you have to kind of rely on the turret on this thing. But yeah, I think overall the speed is great. Again, you've got the tungsten shells, which is great. And yeah, it's just it's an all-round tank. You know, the speed's good, the DPM's average. And it's yeah, it's not bad at all. So I'm going to push forward now. I'm being a bit risky, to be honest. I don't even know why I'm pushing so far forward, but I almost paid the price. I didn't expect everyone to be here, but yeah, I kind of almost paid the price with this one. So there's the KV-4. There's 3 tanks in front of me. There's the cruel twist to the side of me. So I'm like, all right, okay, I'm in a bit of a situation here. There's a super Hellcat there as well. So at this point, I'm like, right, do you know what? I'm going to have to take a shot to back up. I have to. I could have come in at a different angle, but already I've lost half of my hit points. So I have to, yeah, I have to rework things and go back to the drawing board and think, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? But obviously, I want to push down. There is the super Hellcat there. I want to give this guy a little ram just to guarantee that I do kill him. And even in this, if you try an angle, look, he can still penetrate my upper. That was my upper plate, just on the corner there. And that's a tier 7. So I've, well, actually, I bounced, sorry. Did I bounce? I can't remember. But I bounced for 480 already. So we do have 2 tanks down. So I don't really fancy losing any more hit points, to be fair. But nice roll there, 486. That isn't even using tungsten shells, so a pretty nice roll there. And that's the best thing about having the 420 alpha. You can get them high rolls, but also you can get them low rolls. 300, that's almost 100, that's around about 100 damage difference between that high roll and the low roll there. But so far, 2,100 damage. Now we are going to get that shot into the cruel twist there, and it now just leaves 3 tanks left alive. Now, of course, the Tiger's here, so I'm thinking, you know what? I need to actually start bouncing something because I'm currently a one-shot. So I haven't done great with using my tank to the best of its abilities, but I have still managed to do 3k damage. Now, I played this like a real jerk, to be honest, but yeah, I've still managed to get that block damage. So 3,441 damage, my first kill there, and there is just 1 tank left alive, which is that T95E2. So I'm like, you know, I'm just going to stay, he's going to mess up, and I do manage to get the kill. So overall, we've still done almost 3.9k damage. So, and I didn't play it really well. So you can see, even a tank that you don't play well, you could still do the damage. And yes, I didn't block as much as I'd hoped to, but still we blocked 480 damage. Overall, it is, what, in my opinion, it is one of the best tier 8 heavies. It has been ever since it was introduced into the game. I don't think it's the best tier 8 heavy, but I definitely think it is up there in the top 5 at least. Fantastic tank. It obviously has the new camouflage now. Is it the SWALE or the SWALE? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going with the SWALE. Let's go with the SWALE. I think it looks good. I do think the camouflage looks good, and we will see what is to come. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I am meadsyreplays, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye. With